Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
Nani? Let's talk about, because I always say, how long has this been going? It's 48 minutes. I literally said 30 to 40 minutes. Ha, joke's on me. I'm going to be talking forever. DC Fandom, or rather the comic book. Straight spoilers for this. You've been warned. So Shigaraki's crazy. He's going in right now. Shiggy is not playing. No games. And I don't believe basically he's fighting and, you know, he's monologuing. As a villain, number one rule, I'm writing a comic book right now. I'm drawing my comic book. My bad guys don't monologue. They kill you on the spot, first chance they get. But, you know, his monologuing led to Endeavor getting some stamina back and, you know, trying to finish him off. But he's getting faster. Shiggy is getting faster, or what I like, his synthetic body is settling. Basically, he's gaining more control over his body. And pretty soon here, they're not going to be able to touch this dude. And it's already starting to become apparent that they're outclassed. So, you know, Shiggy goes on the offensive, and he gets countered by Gran Torino. And Gran Torino manages to like pin him, tries to put his armor on him, but he's too strong and he kind of pushes him back. And Gran Torino then tries to flee, to which an All Might level power dude basically grabs him out of mid-flight. Gran Torino's considered to be one of the fastest people in the show. I mean, he literally trained two of the last holders of All for One. I mean, One for All. And he gets caught by Shiggy, and I don't know if Gran Torino's quirk is the ability to push air out of his boots, or his feet make the air. Like, there's the holes at the bottom of his feet, sort of like how Lita has the engines at the end of his calves. But he shatters that foot, pins him to the ground, and then they do like a little flashback where they kind of show some stuff about how, because Shiggy's mom, for all you guys that don't know, is All Might's, what's the word I'm thinking of here? All Might's, the last predecessor after All Might's success, All Might's predecessor's child. And her power is flight. So there's this very touching scene where she's giving up her son to these strangers, and Shiggy's point doesn't really sit well with me, because I feel like if my mom was a hero or my dad was a hero, that would be an honor. But then again, that's me. I feel like and it's not, and I'm also thinking like, oh, I'm going to be safe. No, in reality, she was doing it to protect him from, ironically, the person who found him and created him like this now. It's all there. But what we end up seeing is basically, after Shiggy pins Gran Torino to the ground, he punches a crater-sized hole into Gran Torino. And they don't show Gran Torino go limp, but you gotta imagine after a blow like that, he's dead. Like, the amount of blood he coughed up, and just the sheer reaction. Obviously, this sends Deku and Bakugo out of sync, because you know what? Bakugo's still following the fucking rules. The rule was protect Deku. That was Bakugo's mission. Given to him by Endeavor, and guess what he's doing? Protecting Deku. Deku's job is to protect Aizawa. He's too emotional, and I hope that he suffers for this, because, and I'm not like, but I want to see that, because I want to see the reward of there being structure and order when it's given. Clearly, Endeavor is the head honcho here, is the number one hero. He gave you an order, and because of something you saw, you're breaking that rule, and you're basically about to jeopardize the whole entire mission. If Aizawa blinks and Shiggy gets his powers back, this whole thing is over. There's no boost that you're going to get that's going to help you out. This dude's quirk returns, his regeneration returns. He literally regenerated after taking a direct hit from Endeavor, the same hit that incinerated Anomu. There's no coming back from that. So I really I just want, I'm talking like this matters, but I enjoy seeing people, the plan happen. But I guess if that was the case, then we wouldn't, we wouldn't be in this predicament right now, but that's not the case. So we move basically to the next sequence of events, which is Deku and what's his face, Shiggy fighting. And it's not really a fight, it's more of a tussle. Deku uses Black Whip and really knocks him down. They have a minor dialogue, and Deku gets to feel what it's like to get hit by an All Might level punch, and I don't think that's something he's ever experienced. So he nearly blacks out after that blow, but you can't blame him. And what happens next is very interesting, and once again, just a showing of the writing for Boku no Hero, because I had completely forgotten, even though I saw it, documented it, and noticed it, that Shigaraki did pick up the case of files for the erasing quirk bullets. I saw him pick it up. I even noted it. I was like, wow, he picked that up. That's gonna be tragic if he had a gun. But you know what? He doesn't need a gun because he has All Might's power. So everything he throws is a fucking bullet. And what he's aiming up now looks like Aizawa, and he's deciding to, use his quirk to basically turn that hand of his into a pistol and fling that bullet into Aizawa, neutralizing his quirk, giving Shiggy his powers back. And now we don't know. The only quirks we've seen from Shiggy, we know he has his erasing quirk. And his erasing quirk is overpowered. We know he has a regeneration quirk, and we know he has the ability to track people. So he'll get his quirks back, and that's not good. They are struggling just to maintain him as is. So this would not be beneficial to them. And that's where it kind of ends. That conundrum. That's where it kind of all just ends right there. And I was okay with this. Once again, it's like, what do you do here? Like, what's the game plan? What's the next move? So I'm interested to see what they bring next week. I'm happy they're back because I don't like waiting on those. Like, I really wish I could find these comic books. Like, some of the comic books I find that are super, have long stories already posted in. I love it. So we'll get to see more from that for next week. Super, I just watched, but it was pretty much what I thought it was going to be. I predicted this last week. Super, spoilers for Super. Muro, the angel, he dies, saving them and basically exposing the weak spots of this new Super Bad. And Goku takes the stance that is notorious with him about to go crazy, because even though this guy didn't have much screen time, it was pretty apparent to everybody that Goku was a fan of him, and him having to sacrifice his life is not acceptable to Goku. So we're about to see Goku go in, and I always like this version of Goku. I'm fine with this level of Goku because Goku, I call him Dumb Goku. Dumb Goku is the Goku who knows, if you lose this tournament or you initiate this tournament, there's a strong likelihood everyone you know and love might die because of this consequences. And he still, eggs eggs on not the Supreme Kai, but the Omni King to let him have it. And then they see a whole entire universe get erased, and he's none the wiser for it. And he gets rewarded for his stupidity. If I was Beerus, I would have killed him on the spot. But can't do that because you don't trust Gohan to carry the story. They still don't trust Gohan. I said I was done watching Super, and I will be done watching Super because once again, they didn't let my boy Vegeta just have it. So I'm done watching Super. I didn't even wait to get the English translation. You can pretty much follow the story just from the pictures. You don't really need the English translation for this one. So if you're waiting for that to come out, don't. It's not necessary. It's pretty straightforward. Then let's talk about DC fandom. So a few things. The new Arkham, by Gotham, Arkham City, not Arkham game. It's the Gotham by Night or whatever the game is to replace the Arkham series. It's a retcon, sort of. They've redone some things. They're still using the continuity at the end of the Arkham Knight, which I think is fine. What's a game without Batman? But they really selling us on the idea that there's no Batman in this game, guys. Hey, don't come here asking for Batman because there's no Batman in this game. That's clearly not the case. Batman will be in this game. And the reason why Batman is going to be in this game is because this game is basically Destiny. This is a fighting first person. This is a third person beat 'em up in the style of a grind game. When I immediately got nervous when I started seeing numbers pop up over the characters' heads, and the fighting seemed formulaic. Arkham's combat revolutionized combat, period. And for the Arkham series to now make a full circle and eat their tail to mimic these mash 'em up, beat 'em up games, because this true art seal in mastering the Arkham combat is really just that, mastering the combat skills. And for them to kind of take the easy way out here, where it's a point system and they're hurt boxes and each hurt box has this and that going on, I really feel like they hurt themselves here. Like I said, it can be fluid, but man, you better hope there's more. What after all the innovation you brought to it, what has changed? And if you can't answer that question convincingly, man, there's a strong likelihood this game is going to get a pass from me, because you can play with 4 characters, Batgirl, Jason Todd, and Robin, Damian Wayne to be exact, and Nightwing is in the game. So they each have their own thing. Nightwing is clearly an acrobatic individual. He's the most he's the original Dick Grayson. He can fly. Like, he basically was the circus performer, so he's the most agile, clearly. But I feel like he is better suited for what I saw is sort of like puzzle solving, and like he can wall run, and he can trigger traps and things like that. Like he was shown dodging traps and setting off gizmos, so it made me immediately think, okay, when I saw the wall run, the first thing that came to my mind was Prince of Persia, and he was break dancing. So I was like, okay, cool. Then I saw the Arkham Knight straight up shoot people, so I was like, okay, he's clearly he kills people, so I don't know what their plan is for him. So that was kind of disturbing to see that, but once again, hey, that's the game we're playing. And maybe there's like a workaround for where you can only use him on, robot characters, because there's a part of me that feels like, based on what I saw from the Court of Owls aren't people like they are in the comic books. Rather, they're an army, a militia of some sort. So if it's like that, then sure, I can see where his guns can come play. And then there's Batgirl, who plays not Bat. It's one more. It's Robin. But then there's Batgirl, who kind of plays, from what I saw, sort of like Batman. Her move set, the Prowlers, not the Prowlers, but the like Predator missions. She does that. Her takedowns and everything sort of resemble that. So that was pretty comforting to see. There's some semblance of that. And then Robin basically has access to the Justice League. So in this universe, Batman is in the Justice League. So he has access to the Justice League transporter. So he can transport himself in short distance, which really, it looks cool. It's a cool effect, but clearly Damian Wayne is going to be the brawler of the group. They probably all are, but this is leading to my issue. They're not different enough for it to matter, but they're also going to be able to upgrade them to your liking. So this led me to believe, what comes with that? Microtransactions and basically raid bosses. So you can redo the same level 10 times to get this super secret gear or whatever. Like, the thing that made Arkham's game fun was mastering the combat, because when you go in to play hard, there ain't no coming back from that. You better know what you're doing. And to Arkham Knight's defense, the end bosses are two of the hardest bosses just put together. And if you're not prepared to fight them, or you haven't learned how to toggle between multiple items, you're going to run into some issues. I think Arkham Knight did one thing right, and that is prove to us that you've mastered the Arkham series, because that is by far the most challenging combat of all of them. Arkham Knight, for sure. And I don't see that here. Literally twice during the demonstration, you literally just see Batgirl stand in place and wait for the overzealous buildup of an attack window open up, just for her to side dodge, and the UI not even be smart enough to know that, oh, she did it twice. Literally, the UI got hit twice by friendly fire, and I'm like, didn't we figure this out already with Fear? Fear had some really smart UI design. They cross fire, they check fire. So when I see this, I'm like, this is a gimmick. This isn't gameplay. These are gimmicks. And then they did the thing that everyone's doing to hide loading screens. They have them walking through a crevice sideways. You can tell they play God of War. But this game reminds me of a Destiny game that I never played, and I don't think I'm going to want to play this. The Suicide Squad game, they didn't show any gameplay. They just showed a short cinematic trailer. And between Harley Quinn acting like Spider-Man and Deadshot acting like War Machine, Shark King acting like Hulk or Drax, and then the Boomerang acting like any fast person. I do like the Boomerang effect. I don't know if that's canon or not. I'll have to look that up. That him throwing the boomerang, basically, then that's how he gets around the battlefield. He super speeds that way. That's really cool. I had to give props for that. But I'll have to look into that. I didn't know that's how his power works. But basically, no cinematics. These were all cinematics, so I can't judge it. But whatever's going on in Metropolis, Brainiac's there. So this explains why they have to kill them. But once again, Superman cannot be taken down by these people. The fact that they end with a gag. Oh, this I will buy this game and play this game if they give me the skins for the Harley Quinn TV show, because I'm 100% sure the lady who voices Harley Quinn in the Harley Quinn show is the same one, and they're going for the same field. They have 2 out of the They have 2 out of the 4 characters already. And if I can change characters, I will definitely be changing my characters to Poison Ivy, King Shark, Harley Quinn, and Clayface. They have to. They have to. They have to put it in there. Because that show, 1, is great. Go watch it. It's a masterpiece, actually. And 2, there's this underlying, like, they so badly want to be that cartoon. Like, why not just, give us free range and give us the ability to be these characters and make the designs, but they're too realistic for something this serious. Like, the way they're playing is too serious for me. So that kind of took me in and out of it, but I think I would settle into it eventually. But that's just something I noticed. The thing that's really going to matter to me is gameplay, because we didn't see any. So gameplay matters. Show me gameplay and I can give you an honest opinion. But then now let's finally talk lastly about the Batman trailer, which was so refreshing. I yelled out in excitement, like I got giddy. I was always Team Edward. Fuck what you heard, Team Jacob. I think the bad guy in this has to be the Riddler because the rhyming, but also I am so pleased with the tone. It reeks of the Dark Knight. It feels like a successor to it. It honestly feels like this Batman is more brutal than he easily seems like the most brooding and brutal version of Batman, and you just don't expect it. And just the way he's introduced and the way the story's told, the trailer song is really good. But basically, there's this guy going around killing people, and this is the detective aspect that we're seeing. And I think this is why they said it was going to be more of a detective movie, because it's about the Riddler. Some people are saying Court of Owls, but that doesn't make sense to me because I clearly know, like, WB, they own all of these properties. No one wants to play a Court of Owls looter shooter game, looter beat 'em upper game, and then turn around and watch a movie version of this. The question marks give it away. It's the Riddler. So I'm excited to see that in real time, and just to put the naysayers to rest, effective immediately with that intro of the goon, like, what are you supposed to be? And he just gets worked, like absolutely worked. And he says, "I am vengeance." And when he says that, yeah, I believe he's Batman. So he has won my stamp of approval. Go fuck yourself. And if you still saying that's not my Batman, I dare you to go say it to his face, because he will hand you your teeth back easily. So I really like the trailer. It didn't give too much away. If this movie doesn't come out till 2021, I don't want to see. I'm not watching any more of the trailers. I'm not going to let this movie ruin it for me. I didn't watch the Wonder Woman 84 trailer because, once again, I don't want that to be ruined for me. I feel like they're going to put too much in it. So that is basically my rundown, guys. And for all of you that are watching this, there are 2 people on 2 different platforms and no one responded. I even put messages on Facebook to see if somebody would respond. Nobody responded. But, I need to start doing these a little bit earlier. I need to start doing these a little bit earlier so I can actually catch the wave. People are going to watch this tomorrow or something like that. But for what it's worth, guys, this has been every week until I find a solid name for this. This has been the Strangers Booth, where we talk comic, TV, drawings, whatever comes to mind. everything and anything but politics. That's on my other channel. For all you guys that are into that type of stuff, me and Eric, my co-host on the Identity Booth, we will be watching the RNC on Monday, and it's the title is going to be Two Black Guys Watch the RNC, and we're going to try and keep our composure while we see the RNC take themselves through the loop. It should be a pretty interesting time, but if you're watching this, hey, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the stream. I don't know when you guys watch this. For Facebook, my Facebook family out there, I'll put a comment in the description, not in the description, in the comment section, connecting you to my Twitch channel, connecting you to my YouTube channel. Please like, share, subscribe. I'll put my link tree down there. That'll basically take you to everything you need to know. My name is Heero. I'm the author illustrator of the Strangers comic book. And yes, I know, Strangers is spelled wrong in my name. There's no R. I have to wait 2 months to change that. So it's going to be the Strangers. No Strangers. Strangers. So I'm the Strangers comic book, but everything else is spelled correctly. The Strangers comic book. You can catch me on IG, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. I'm not a hard person to find, so you guys take care of yourself. Continue to, be good to each other. Don't be a stranger. I'm gonna be